Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. I'm Sassy Latte. I create predominantly political content on Instagram where I talk about racial justice as well as body politics and how those two intersect. I definitely am super excited for this video. I kind of went back and forth on whether I was gonna be like doing videos like this or not, especially in real time, because I get really nervous and I feel like it's a lot of pressure to create something that's entertaining, which means I need to like be talking and whatever. And also make sure that it's something that I like and that I want to use and that it'll be functional. But I do really think that I want to introduce creating weekly videos in this space more often so that, I don't know, I can give you guys some ideas of like how I set up my weekly video or my weekly spreads and my bullet journal and the things that are important to me. So do I know what I'm doing? No. My weekly spreads have changed so much, and lately I've been feeling kind of like, I don't want to say like a call because that sounds more dramatic than it really is, but I've been feeling kind of like influenced. I don't know how else to say it. It's true. I've been influenced by all the bullet journal artists out there, and I want to make like more of like a traditional weekly spread where you have like your goals or your appointments or your whatever, and then you have Monday, Tuesday, like that. The reason I don't do that is because I don't listen to it, and it also, to me, it makes me feel like I have to do something on Tuesday or I'm a loser. And when we get to Thursday, I'm not going to look back to Tuesday, even if it's on the same page. I'm not going to look back to Tuesday to figure out what I didn't do. To me, Tuesday's done, and whatever didn't happen just didn't happen. It's gone in the past. It doesn't exist. And so I realized that was like obviously not productive or helpful, especially for me. So now my weekly spreads are pretty much just like the things that I need to do for the week, and it's categorized entirely differently. But I feel so influenced to like create more traditional weekly spreads. Maybe I'll just get like a separate journal and I'll just like make all of these cute spreads that I see other people making. And even though they're not functional for me or applicable to me even half the time, some of them are like, this is my dog walking schedule. I ain't got no dogs, but I'm like, that is cute. I want to make one. So yeah, I encourage people to just try new things. It doesn't really matter if it's going to help you, be beneficial to you. Sometimes being creative, like, is the prize. Like, that is the goal. That's the prize. That's the purpose. That's the beginning, middle, and end. Like, the whole point is just to be creative and just to enjoy that experience. And, there are times where I feel like being creative for the sake of being creative is like a waste of time. High, late stage capitalism, all that. But I also feel very deeply that every time I set aside time just to be creative, it doesn't matter the creativity or the creative process. When I set aside that time, I never regret having done it. Like, I never go to bed at night and be like, dang, I wish I didn't journal today, or dang, I wish I didn't take some time to sketch, or I wish I didn't go for a walk and look at the beautiful flowers that are blooming. Like, I never feel that way. So I encourage people, like, even if you're not into like being like a planner girly or whatever, or even if you're not an artist or any of those things, I definitely encourage you to just take some time to be creative. Recreate what's already out there. There's so many beautiful spreads and ideas. Definitely just recreate something that you already see. Do it in your style with what supplies you have, just for the sake of feeling good. I feel like society doesn't let us slow down and create. I think things are created fast, cheap, hastily, and without any intentionality. And so I think when you take some of that power back to be intentional and to create something for yourself, regardless of whether you can commodify it, when you just like create something for you, I think there's a lot of power in being able to take that back and like slow down and be intentional about it. So that's just my little 2 cents. Okay, I'll step off the soapbox now. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you're not already, please like and subscribe. I'm really trying to like grow my YouTube channel, and I can't do it without your support. Also, if you like this video and you want to share it with your friends and encourage them to subscribe to my YouTube channel too, that'd be amazing. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So before we even get started, let me get a little bit of hand cream on my crusty, dusty hands. This is just some Trader Joe's Rose Oil Ultra Moisturizing Hand Cream. I wash my hands a lot, and they're perpetually gross. They're so crusty. And lately I've had like paper cuts on several fingers. I cut myself a little while ago with a knife when I was doing dishes. I didn't see it in the bubbly water. So I haven't even been moisturizing my hands as usual because I've had all these like cuts on my hands lately. But smells nice. It's thick and creamy for people who have super dry skin. And then my little one made me this bracelet. She said it's beige and gold and all your favorite things, and she's not wrong. So sad because I feel like I was having like some really good conversations in that other video, and now you won't get to hear them. I think I'm going to use these blue colored stickers. I really want to use the mermaid stickers, but I don't know how to fit that into anything. So let me just focus on this. I know it's a little wintry, so I'm probably not going to use like the snowflakes or the mittens, but a lot of the other parts of both of these stickers are giving a vibe that I kind of want to like do. These stickers are from Mochi Bujo. I will link her, and they are from her shop Ikigai Papier. So one thing about me is I don't really like the color blue, so I don't really have any blue washi. I found this with the stars, which I thought would be kind of cute because of this little cute little witch, right? Like I feel like these look cute together. That is honestly it. The rest are just going to be like some neutrals of greens and neutral tones, but never mind about any of that. It's not a big deal. I'm gonna still like make it work, make it twerk. It's kind of what I do. And at the end of the day, I always tell people like, even if things don't come out perfectly, who cares? Like it's for you, it's not for the world, unless you are designing a setup for somebody else specifically. So most of the stickers that I have are gonna be coming from this sticker pack from Happy Planner. It's old. I don't think they have it anymore. It's the Year to Shine. I wonder if they ever say when these things come out. Oh my god. Okay, so this one came out in like 2019, not 1919. Oh my goodness, it came out in 2019. So I don't think they have it anymore, but I just really love the color palette. I actually have 2 of these, and I'm almost out of like the stickers that I would mostly use. I'm almost out of them in both, which makes me kind of scared because I'm like, what am I gonna do when I want blue, which is almost never, but still, it could happen. These are the 2 brush tip markers I'm gonna be using from the Shuttle Art pack that I got. I wasn't sure if I would want to do like a lot using the color blue. I'm a little nervous about that because I feel like that's so much blue, and I'm not sure that I can like make sense of the world if I'm using that much blue. I know that sounds dramatic, but listen, okay, I'm not really into blue like that, but I kind of want to give it a try just to do something a little bit different. I'm gonna go ahead and put my tasks here. Oh, that's a cute blue. I really like this blue. Listen, honey, I don't even know how these colors be looking, okay? Because, like, I literally never use them. Like, blue. I just never use blue. It's just not my thing. I think I want to put some of these here because I think that's really cute. I'm going to go with this one. I don't really like that it says plans there, although that's not really the worst thing in the universe. It's just that I have the word tasks already here, so it seems silly to also have the word plans. So I think what I'm going to do is have that, like put that on there, and then I'm going to take this book sticker and my Tawizos and see if this kind of like covers up the words just a little bit. It doesn't have to be fully covered, but just like enough would make me happy. And I feel like for me, that's okay. Again, I always want to tell people, or remind people, I should say, like, you know, your journal is for you. Do it the way that works for you. Doesn't matter if other people understand what you're doing or why. You're the one who has to go in here and look at it all the time. So I just wanted the word plans covered up. I'm happy with it being covered up the way that it is. It's not perfect or beautiful or anything, but it does work for me. And ultimately, I'm the one who has to use this, so it has to work for me. And then here is the next one for my task. It's going to be this like pinkish paper. I'm just going to cut off the top to make it a little bit smaller so that I have space for my habit tracker for the week. One of the things that I talked about in the video that I'm not sharing anymore is working on bolstering my confidence as like a creator and like being, you know, a little bit more unapologetic in my creative practice. Before I put this down, I don't want to do any blue because I feel like I already have so much blue going on so far in this spread, but I am going to go ahead and do probably 2 layers of this like grid washi. I really like that a lot. Again, we just need to be grounded. I don't know what it is about the color blue, but it makes me really anxious, which is actually, I think, according to color therapy, I feel like that's maybe not supposed to happen. I think that blue is supposed to be like universally understood it as a calming color, and every time I look at it, I'm just like, ah, why? I don't like it. But it's all good. So I just wanted to slide this over here this time. It's fine if they overlap. Like I said, I don't really write a whole bunch of tasks on here every week. I just need to kind of have enough space just in case. So now I need to figure out if Miss Witch Baby is going to be able to fit in this space, and I really hope that she can. So that would be so dope. And then this like will come together so much faster than I thought. All right, do we want her like this? Will she fit? Where's her hat gonna do? Ooh, girl, please don't play me, okay? Please don't play me. Okay, I feel like this is okay. It's not perfect. She's like kind of like leaning back. Do we hate it? We do, huh? We hate it. Oh my God, no. Like, she cannot be on a tilt. It's stressing me out. So we're gonna like have her sitting down. Okay, actually, listen, I feel like this works so much better. The way that I was holding my breath and scared for my... On the sticker, it says, "You are something magical." I don't know if I'm in the frame or not. I think I am. You are something magical, and I really like that. I also like that it's neutral toned, but I want to like put something here, obviously something of the blue persuasion, and then I'm going to like add like some stars and stuff like that. So I want to like fill the space a little bit. I hate that I'm such a maximalist when it comes to my collages. It's really funny because, ooh, I need this too. All right, I know it's gonna sound cheesy, but like I am seeing certain little messages that I really need for myself, and I'm like, ooh, yes, please add that in there so that you can just have it, you see it, let it sink in. Kind of like covered and decorated. I am going to go ahead and put "You Are Something Magical" on here, preferably straight and not all crooked. I think that's really important to me. And then there's this one that says "You're doing great." I know that that's like a lot of affirmations, but like I mentioned in the part of the video that I have to like film again, it's been really hard for me lately to sort of like trust and believe that like my art is valuable or something that people would be interested in, because I see so many people out there who are so good at what they do, and it's hard to not compare myself or to question why anybody would like, you know, appreciate what I have to contribute. You know what I mean? And I know that that's like, it's literally just thoughts that I've internalized from my childhood about like working really hard and still falling short and, you know, being less than desirable, things like that. Like, I know that that's where it's all coming from, but it doesn't, like, knowing where it comes from isn't silencing those voices. You know what I mean? It's just an opportunity for me to like be aware that the voices are taking up some space. So I'm trying really hard to be more intentional and more aware of like making sure that I reframe things, right? And also, I don't know if this helps other people, but like for me, something that helps me a lot too is reframing things within reality, right? Like within like a realistic perspective. I feel like this needs a little bit of blue, so we're gonna do that. Just a touch, just a smidge. And then I don't know why, but I kind of want to like do brown on this side. I'm telling you, maximalism, it's so much. But one of the things that I try to do is really speak the truth into the matter. So it's not that other people are better than I am. It's that people who have better skills might have had access to better training, right? Like they might have gone to like a really good art school, whereas I also have a degree in art, but my school isn't necessarily known for the arts. Other people also have just been doing this longer. Practice makes perfect. So the longer I stay with it, the better I too will become. And that is super important to like remember and to like focus on, you know? So it's just things like that where I'm just like trying to speak truth to myself and just be like, hey, while it's okay to feel this way, also remember the truth of the situation. And the truth of the situation is you're not bad at art. You have your own style, and you know, you're kind of new to the process of like working on your art and sharing it publicly, whereas some of these other people have been doing it for a much longer time, and they've got their style figured out, they've got their process figured out, you know, all these things that I'm still trying to solidify on my own. Some of these other people kind of have it already figured out, and that's, you know, neither here nor there. It's also not my business. That's another thing that I've kind of been trying to like tell myself is like, remember to mind your business, right? Like remember to focus on the things that are for and about you, and how great somebody else is doing is not for or about me. I can congratulate them, I can learn from them, but I'm not them. I'm never gonna be them. And constantly comparing myself is literally not going to do anything for anybody. All right, so this part, all my personal stuff is already set up. I did not have the word habits, but again, this is for me and I know what that means, so I'm really not worried about it. Now we're gonna go over here and I'm gonna try and figure out how I want to set up this side of things. I already know that I definitely, oops. Well, I was gonna say that I already know I want to do like dark blue border going across the top for Substack and YouTube, because those are always at the top. That's just the setup that works for me to let me know what work tasks I need to focus on. So we're gonna go ahead and sort of like do a quick little border there. So I think we're gonna do these, like these bigger ones. I'm just gonna cut one in half of these and like try to like follow the watercolor shape of it. And then I'll just use those. You can do whatever you want in your journal. I have to say though, since bullet journaling more regularly, I definitely feel more empowered in a creative manner, because I'm literally designing, you know, in theory, it's not like I'm super productive. I do the best that I can with the energy, time, and resources I have. But to me, there's something super empowering about like being like, this is what I want my plan to look like. And I really enjoy being able to create that on my own terms. I do struggle with comparison, like I was saying before, but I try to reframe it and be like, tell myself the truth about situations. I'm not really big on comparing myself to others. Usually when I see what other people are doing, if I like it, I know that if I focus and study and practice, I can probably do the same thing. Like if it's that important to me. So I definitely don't struggle too much with comparing myself to others. It's just that growing up, my dad was really good at art, and he just made it like abundantly clear that like no matter how hard I tried with my art journey, that like I would just never be as good as he is. And so that put some really deep like roots of feeling inadequate and insecure around my art. That planted some pretty deep roots pretty early on. And so I am trying to heal those internalized messages about like, despite my effort, I'll just never be as good as he is or as other people are. My dad hasn't drawn anything since I was a child, y'all. Like I'm 41. So I'm well aware of like the ridiculousness of it all, 100%, but it doesn't change the fact that it stings, and it doesn't change the fact that, you know, it's one of those things that I keep looking at and trying to navigate away from those messages, because I know that they're not the truth. Okay, so something that I kind of think I want to do for this one is I think I just want to loosely draw a line I don't know why, like I'm just really not feeling like a bazillion more stickers, probably because this side is so busy. So let's just draw like a little line down here to separate these two sections. We have Substack, of course. So I'm just gonna write that on there really quickly. And then we have YouTube. As always, I try to just focus on like just a couple of tasks for these two areas. And by tasks, I just mean like, usually I try to complete one or two things in these categories. So I'm just gonna do something like that. A couple bullet points. I like that. I feel like that's also like so much easier than what I normally do. Okay, I kind of want to put this guy over here, but like I want there to be something in the background. How do we want to go about accomplishing said thing in the background? Thank you, Ikigai Papier. This is the gift that keeps on giving. What do you think? I don't know how I feel about like this part up here. There's just something about the brown on the brown, like the beige on beige, that's bothering me just a little bit, but I don't think it's super important. I think it'll be fine. I'm gonna put this guy here, which I feel really good about that. But I kind of want to do like a little something else over here. So there's like these cute little blue plants. So I think I'm gonna put some of those on there. Because again, remember, this is not, even though he's dressed kind of like warm, this is not really truly meant to be a, like a wintry vibe. So I'm going to try and like remove the wintry vibe as much as possible. I hope this shows up as blue. Ooh, it does. Perf. All right, we're gonna do like some of these blue circles behind here, and then we'll add like a couple of more plants, and I think that will do. Hope my scatterbrained ramblings are okay for people. I do realize that I can be really chatty and that I jump around a lot when I talk, but I am launching this sort of like support group space on my Patreon for people who want to talk about healing the different versions of themselves, like past versions of themselves, and people who want to like work on like integrating those parts of themselves into a more comprehensive whole that they can accept. And so I'm really excited about it just because these conversations that I've been having have been really like very deep and vulnerable. And what I'm realizing is that there's just such a conflict, right? Like there's such a conflict between, you know, go to therapy and heal yourself. And it's like, that's a way. I don't want to like, I'm never going to like poop on therapy, right? Like I'm never going to poop on therapy, but I also want for people to remember the like, there are so many ways to heal, and if you want your healing to be sustainable and to experience a sense of resilience, listen, we're not doing today I loved, that's silly. We're gonna just cut those words right off. But if you want your healing journey to have a level of resilience, there's so many other things that are involved, like community care and, you know, self-integration, like not tearing parts of yourself away from who you are today, rather than learning to understand that you did the best that you could with what you had, and now you've made it this far, and that is, you know, worthy of acknowledgement and celebration. So I'm really excited about it. If that's something that you're down for, totally consider checking out my Patreon. This self-integration support group for healing is at the bottom, not sub tier on my Patreon. That's the $20 level. I felt like originally I was a little nervous about the price, but then I started looking around at what like a lot of my other friends are offering in terms of support group, and they're going for anywhere from $100 to $500. So I'm just like, $20 is a deal, and I am not going to feel bad about that. If that's out of somebody's price range, that's fine. I don't feel bad, you know, about that. It will be out of my price range these days too. But I just wanted to share, you know, in a safe space, an enclosed, safe, private space, you know, some of the things that have helped me with self-integration, some of the resources that I've used. I want to share conversations that I, you know, with consent, of course, conversations that I've been having with like people that I care about, and like what their healing and integration process has been like for them, and you know, what has helped them. I've got a lot of friends who also have degrees in psychology, social work, etc. Friends who are licensed therapists and teachers, especially special education teachers, because I do believe that the self-integration process and healing process in general for people who are neurodivergent is completely different. Boom. All right, second week is done. This one was the first one. Here is the second one, and now I need to do one more and then we will be done. I am really excited to like get better at bullet journaling, and like whatever that means. Like for me, I think getting better is kind of along the lines of like knowing exactly what I want to set up and how I want it to look, instead of spending so much time fanning through options. I watched a video this morning, I think. I will try to link the video if I can remember. It was by, oh gosh, I think it's Julia Scribbles, maybe Juliana Doodles. I can't really remember her name. I feel awful because I really like her Instagram page, and I also really like her art. I love her sticker shop, like all of the above, right? Like I think that, you know, for me, I think she's just a really cool creator. And I also really, really, really like the way that she talks about like life and figuring things out and all of that. Like, I don't know, she just seems like if I knew her in real life, she seems like a down ass person that I would like definitely just be friends with. I kind of want to do a little something here, but I'm not 100% sure if I should do something or if I should have another space to write more tasks on. Probably that. The end of the month, I don't know about you, but like at the end of the month, I always get this huge like jolt of like energy, and it's always connected to feeling like I didn't do enough during the month. And so, which is very rarely the truth, right? Like I'm not here to toot my own horn, but I will say that like typically if I have made it to the end of the year or the end of the month, I'm clawing my way across the finish line. So it's very rare that I, for whatever reason, have not done quote unquote enough. I've usually done too much, and I usually feel absolutely miserable by the end of the month, more often than not. Do I like that or do we hate it? I'm actually in the middle, so I'm gonna leave it alone until I have like a stronger opinion. But I am gonna put like a butterfly or something over here. But yeah, I definitely get this like rush at the end of every year. Or at the end of, why do I keep saying every year? At the end of every month, I get a huge rush and I get really stressed. And I'm just like, oh my God, I didn't do 9 million things, or I didn't do the same things that everybody else seemed to be doing. That's another one that I'm trying to like be better about, because I am really bad about paying attention to what other people have accomplished within a certain amount of time and then beating myself up when I didn't accomplish the same amount of things in the same time, which is not realistic all the time for me. I am a single parent, and so while other people are probably, you know, able to do this, that, and the other, it's also very unlikely that they're, you know, taking care of kids while they're doing it on their own. You know what I mean? And that's not a cop-out. You know, I used to feel like it was for a long time, but it's really just, oh, how cute would that be? Okay, so this one says, she's a dreamer. And then, oh wait, we don't want to do blue, right? Because we're doing like more like greens. What am I doing in here? No. I like the way that things look for other people, and I wish that my brain would let me work like that, but trying to say that these are certain things that I have to get done and deadlines and all that, like my brain just hears that and literally shuts off. So I don't know, I can't make myself function that way. And I've just learned through a lot of failure to stop trying to force myself to be that girl, for lack of better words, because I'm really not her. Okay, like I'm not her. I'm not the girl that gets excited about doing what they are told. I want to do my own thing. And I don't even want to tell me, like, I don't want to tell myself what to do. I just want to do what feels right in the moment. And listen, you do not have to tell me twice, because I already be knowing that sometimes that makes no sense and it's really not conducive to success all the time. I'm aware, okay? I live in this body, okay? I struggle with this opposition all the time. All right, so we got this girl over here, and I'm kind of like feeling her. I kind of want to put a little bit of green tape maybe over here, since I didn't put any up top, because that is still part of the vibes that I want to have in this little situation. So maybe we'll do something like that. My goodness. Ugh. There we go. I still want to have these books because I just think that that's really cute. So the books are down, and then let's get this cute girl on here. I started putting girls on my spreads a little while ago, like last year, but I just really love it. I don't know why. Like, I was never like a people sticker kind of person, and then I did it and I just like couldn't stop. Like, I love it. I think it's really cute. I think that it adds a little like fun little personality to things. All right, so now I kind of want to like, I'm just gonna do like little drawing stars on here for my Substack and YouTube. You already know the drill by now. I like to try and challenge myself to try and do like cute things, new things, you know what I mean? Just so that I can like come out of my shell instead of forcing myself into one. I am definitely the kind of person that if it ain't broke, no need to fix it. Until I'm bored. And then instead of fixing it once I've gotten bored, a lot of times what ends up happening is I just abandon ship. So I'm trying to be better about that. I'm trying to be like one of those people who is like recognizing that like maybe certain things are not exactly the way that I wanted it to be, but that doesn't mean that I have to abandon ship. It just means that maybe I need to like reassess or adjust or things like that. I know that that sounds like such a like a basic and common sense kind of thing, but I promise it's not. It's really not for me for some reason. For me, I just get really overwhelmed and I'm just like, well, this shit is hard, or this shit is not going the way that I thought it was going to, despite all of my work and efforts. So I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna abandon ship. I'm gonna jump, abort, you know? And so I'm trying to like be better about that. And it's funny because I'm actually a really good problem solver. Despite my having said all of that, I am a really good problem solver. I'm good at critical thinking. I'm good at coming up with multiple solutions in a very short amount of time. I'm such a good problem solver, but like at the same time, when things get like overwhelming for me, like if you call me up as my friend or family or whatever, or as a client, you call me up and you're like, hey, here's the problem. Can you please help me fix this? I'm like, honey, yes, boom, pop, yes, done. However, like for me, my like myself, when it's time for me to show up with that same kind of energy for myself, I'm just like, nah. I don't want to do it. I don't know why. It's such a bizarre thing. I literally don't know what my problem is. It's always been that way. I've always been super motivated and excited and have a really easy time working on things for other people. And then when it's time for me to show that kind of energy for myself, I'm just like, no, shan't. I think these butterflies would be really cute as little bullet points. So I think I'm going to use them. Sorry, I just got really excited because they're cuter than I thought they would be. I mean, I figured they'd be kind of cute, but I just was not expecting for them to be this cute. But my shop is officially up and running, and I hope to the old gods and the new that people like my art and want to engage with it and maybe buy some of it. But like once that happens, I'm pretty sure that that is just going to be a permanent to-do list because I'll be packing orders and sketching and printing and all of that. So fingers crossed, because that's actually what I want. So we're just gonna do, oh, see, come on now. I really wanted it to be like more dusty and more olive. This is giving blade of grass green. It's fine. It's not the end of the world, but like, I should have swatched it. I was about to get mad at the marker, and then I was like, now you gotta swatch these markers before you use them. Matter of fact, I would like to say that I often make spreads for the weekend. Let me see if I can find one. So this is like one that I made before. I often make spreads just for the weekend so that I can get a little bit kind of organized for what it is that I want to accomplish for the weekend. But I didn't make the spread until Thursday. Obviously not my best work. Obviously I don't care. I just really wanted to have something where I could like map out what I've accomplished for the week and what happened for the week. This is the first one that I filmed. Unfortunately, the whole thing was out of focus, which I didn't know because I didn't check. However, this one is very like purple. It's giving purple and green. I guess I have that twice, but like, I don't know. You like what you like, you know, it just is what it is. You like what you like. And then we've got the blue one. I would probably say that the blue spread is my least favorite. I don't dislike it. I'm about to use it. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's missing something. I don't know what that something could even possibly be, but I feel like it's missing something, you know? A certain element of like magic is missing, especially considering that we started off so magical over here. Maybe like, I don't know. Anyways, I feel like we kind of redeemed ourselves, although these spreads are not, these two pages are not cohesive. Considering that it's one spread, we got so much purple going on over here, and then we immediately switched to green. I wish that I had integrated more green over here, but I literally can't even think of how to do that now at this point, and I'm not really sure that it actually matters. I honestly think maybe instead of having these be brown, I could have made them green. That would have been cute, or do like a green butterfly or something like that. I don't know, or try to find a way to put purple over here. Either of those would have been great options, but you know, honestly, if you look at them by themselves, I think I'm just really happy with both of them independently. So anyways, if you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe and turn the little bells ring-a-ling-a-ding-dong on and all of those things. Thank you for hanging out with me and watching this super long chatty video where I just ramble. I hope that I inspire you all to get out there, make mistakes, and create art in a way that resonates with you, regardless of what other people are showing you online. Always tell yourself the truth about when you compare yourself to other people, the fact that you don't know what's really going on, the fact that they might have been doing it better, have been doing it longer, have better training, access to better resources than you do, and all of those things factor in to somebody being in a place where you eventually would like to get to. So anyways, hope you all are having the best day that you can, and thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.